Second thing on our list, we had a drainage problem that was discussed, similar to what was discussed earlier with the blockage. Thanks to the supervisors, Bill, and to the man, I really mean that, to the man, did an excellent job over there. And we now have good relations with our neighbor. He's elderly and ill, and if you're ill fighting the disease, I don't go into details, any stress you can relieve helps him get better. He wrote us a card and even sent us a donation. So I can't thank you guys enough, the quickness, the professionalism, and it looks great.
And it resolved everything.
We resolved everything other than, Noah's flood. We had something like that come in and act of God, literally. So thank you. Thanks again.
Well, thank you, and I have to, my hat's off to the guys I have working for me.
To the
make
man.
this job a lot easier than that crew does.
To the man, and they wouldn't even let us buy lunch. To the man. So they did use our facilities, but other than that. So I just wanted to, between what made me happy about the neighbor, I'm really happy about the neighbor being happy. I really am. It's been an issue for him for 4 years. Okay. My second shout out is the 29 and 10. They were in the South Point on a fire alarm call, or actually electrical fire, I guess, in a new hotel. And they responded to the interstate, got a taste of the interstate for us, and we're there quickly and got a taste of what we do every day, almost. And I can't thank enough that they're working together, everything's going well. Since they were on scene at South Point, they were there first, did a great job. And we actually bought the tool that they had, which saves manpower, a man-packed leaf blower to blow the debris off the highway. So we learned from them, even though we're supposed to be the experts, I guess, or most experienced on the interstate, that saved a lot of time and manpower that's already on our truck we purchased this week. So thanks again. We have been meeting with the fire departments, and we had a meeting prior to the supervisor meeting, and we thought the supervisor meeting was very productive. I'm not going to go into details of that because I think that's coming up on the agenda. What I do need from Dawn, though, is, because I want to bring it up now, I just need a copy of an RFP because I was tasked to write a proposal for an RFP, but I just need the Cecil Township itinerant information, the township, 27 square miles, population, that kind of stuff, just to put into my report. And I know there's no hurry on that, but it's going to take me probably the next 30 days to write it on communications. I know it said township fire, but I just want to put out right now that we're looking at communication issues with fire, police, and EMS. And we'll go detail later in the meeting, I'm sure. Skip over some of this stuff because we're going to address it. The one thing I want to bring up now, though, if my understanding was knock boxes were going to be recommended but not enforced by an ordinance. And that's what I took away from that. Any other time? Is that okay? Is that a good way of wording it?
Bruce is telling us it's been pretty successful with just a volunteer asking, right?
Correct. You're actually recommending it, but we're not enforcing it with an ordinance, and we're all happy. That's a good step in the right direction. We really are. But is that I just want to make sure that's the right take on it, right?
That's correct.
Correct. Again, the public safety, communications feasibility study that's coming out of there, EMS issues that's going to be discussed. No, I'm sorry. We are also going to involve the Cecil Township Emergency Manager in some of these issues that interface with each other, especially on the communications and that in the long range for all the citizens, just not for any type of emergency, wind, fire, citizens. That's Jason, right? Yeah. July 19th in Lawrence, there's going to be the Hills-Hendersonville Civic Association. They're having a public type day. We're going to try and be involved in the fire department aspect. We're going to do fire safety and possibly get the fire safety house from either Washington County or a different department. Peters and Upper St. Clair have firehouses, so we'd like to run it with the smoke, with the alarms and everything if we can arrange that. That's coming up July 19th. The big thing for us, we're having an ISO meeting Wednesday at 10 a.m. I know I sent Bruce a last minute email yesterday because that's when I was working on it. It is my first time with the ISO. There's a lot of information that the township has to provide. I don't see a problem because I've done it before. But what answers we don't have, we were willing to get it. I might not have all the answers for him Wednesday. We'll just email them as we get them. If I don't have it all from my end and the township end, I don't see a problem. But if they're funny or particular, they just gave me a week's notice, so it's not like I had 3 months to prepare for it. Go ahead.
Bill, that's really for the public protection class ratings for the township.
Correct.
And I was talking with Mr. Bovert as well before the meeting. I read your email, and what I was going to do is respond to you with some recommendations on those questions to maybe help you out.
Exactly, and we'll have a better feel for it. I mean, I don't think it's a drop dead 10 a.m. If you don't have everything, we're not going to need a rating. I'm hoping, I'm assuming they're flexible enough. Okay, give us 30 days and we'll get all the answers to you. Because I'm new at the job, some of our paperwork, some of it's my problem, I don't have under my fingertips, and some of it is not in my domain, it comes from the township. And I think the other departments are probably in the same boat on that. But in the big picture, everything they want, I think is good for us to have at our fingertips. So I see a lot of work, but a use for it after it's over, that will carry over into our planning and budgeting that we're going to talk about later. And that's it, I'm sorry, thanks.
Thank you.
Our call volume since for the month, we had 20 calls. We had 3 medical priority dispatch. We had 1 brush mulch fire. We had 4 motor vehicle accidents. And yes, one was at O'Hara 980 with entrapment. Is there any news on that?
That's in the design stage. It's between our traffic engineer and PennDOT. They develop a design and they'll prepare that, give that document back to the township so that we can place it for bid.
How long is that going to take?
With PennDOT, you never know.
I mean, just an educated guess.
I would hope that document shouldn't be that difficult to develop. I mean, it's rather simple. Location, a boundary survey that has to be performed. It's not very intensive. They already have the cut sheets for the details of the post, the base, and things of that nature. So it shouldn't be very involved. Dan, have you talked to Jeff Haberman about?
To Mike.
I'm sorry, Mike.
To Mike, last I discussed with him, he was still, we've done these before, they're very simplistic, in fact we had just done them somewhere else. We just wanted to make sure that they were satisfied with the existing conditions that we would give them back. And then with PennDOT, I would expect like a 30-day turnaround, probably something like that.
Does
So
it have it yet?
I do not know that. I will check and respond back and let you know.
I understand.
All right, continue on with, we had 2 commercial structure fires, 3 wires and tree down, 1 commercial fire alarm. We assisted Station 10 twice, Station 28 once. We were on standby for Station McDonald, Cecil, and Mount Pleasant. 1 carbon monoxide detector, and we assisted the Public Works with a washdown for a paint spill. It's 98 calls today. The only announcement I have was, I know you're going to discuss the fire department meeting later, so I'm not going to go into any of that. But we had the fireworks at Muse. Anyone attend? Anyone see them?
Didn't make it this
They
year.
were fantastic. We assisted with protection for Joe, the fellow that does the fireworks. And if anybody wasn't there, you missed a good show. He does better every year.
I've been there in previous years, and it's been a nice time.
Yeah.
It's a good job.
He does a good job. That's all I have.
Thank you.
We had 24 calls for the month, bringing the total to date to 139. Breakdown of the calls. In our fire district, we had 11 calls, 1 EMS assist, 3 vehicle accidents, 2 utility lines down, 2 fire alarm activations, 2 public service calls, and 1 natural gas odor. We went to assist Cecil number 1 on 4 occasions, 2 fire alarms, 1 accident, and 1 fire which was reported as a structure fire but turned out to be a controlled burn. We went to assist Cecil number 2 on 4 occasions, 1 fire alarm, 2 commercial structure fires, 1 accident, and we went out of the township on 5 occasions. We went to Mount Pleasant Township 4 times for fire alarm activations, And we went to McDonald once for a structure fire that was at their Public Works building. So 24 calls for the month, 139 for the year, 128 man hours for the month in fire service, and 6 3/4 men per call. The only thing that I wanted to make an announcement of, our little commercial, I guess, our carnival is going to be at the end of July, starting July the 8th until August the 2nd. Festivities get underway probably around 7:30 each evening and end at about 10:30 or when everybody goes home. The parade will be on Saturday, August the 6th at 6 o'clock. We'll be in touch with Chief Bukovinsky and all that, making sure that everything goes well from the public protection aspect. Our carnival has always been a good fundraiser. The people of the township always support us very well. Unfortunately, it's kind of starting to diminish. Maybe the old-time carnival is a thing of the past, I don't know, but we'll see how it goes this year. We seem to be kind of holding steady with the profits and stuff, so as long as we're making money, I guess that's a good thing. So that's all we have. We'll talk about the other stuff later. Thanks.
Thank you, Ed.